We're getting more and more into the deep part of the winter. Where should you concentrate? What type of bank should you concentrate on in the winter? And what's one thing really important about when you fish that particular type of structure? What's really important about it? Now, that's almost a question that the king would ask Daniel, because the wise man couldn't interpret it. Tell me what my dream is and tell me what it meant. Good morning, guys and girls. February 2nd, reading out of a Catch a Better Life book. This is a book I wrote a couple of years ago. We actually put it out on the market, I think, last year, about March or April, something like that. It's got a fishing tip, a scripture, and a devotional built around fishing for every single day. We're reading here on the Catch a Better Life channel on YouTube. Got over 24,000 great people on there. It's the most important channel on YouTube because it will improve your life. You get involved in this channel, you listen to some of the devotions, listen to some of the scriptures, God will bless you for doing that, and your life will change for the better. You can get the book at jimmyhouston.com. You can get it at Barnes & Noble's, Hobby Lobby, Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, just about anywhere books are sold. If you want it personalized, autographed, send me your copy or come around somewhere where I'm doing personal appearances. We have many personal appearances scheduled for this year. A lot of those are at churches. A lot of them are at boat shows, sports shows, all kinds of places where we'll be doing appearances. Bring your book around. I'll be happy to sign it. If you get it from us, when you buy your book, just let us know that you want it personalized and autographed to someone. Let us know that and we'll take care of it. Today we're looking at John 16:22. The book of John 16:22. And this is red letters that we're looking at right here. I will see you again, and your heart will rejoice, and your joy no one will take away from you. This was Jesus, and he said, I will see you again, and your heart will rejoice. And this joy, no one can take away from you. Here's what I wrote about that. My wife and I love it when our kids and our grandkids come to Twin Eagle Ranch. Now, we just absolutely get excited when they're coming down here. When they drive up, we're so eager to see them that we rush out and meet them in our circle drive, what we call our prayer circle out there. It's this little circle drive around the house. You come and unload and park your car. But we just, when they drive up, and nowadays we got the Life 360 on your phone. You can look in there and see where they are, see how close they are. It's about 200 miles away where most of my kids and grandkids live. And so we watch. They're only 100 miles away. They're only 50 miles away. They're on the county road. They're on Big Canyon Road. And it's just so exciting when they come. During the coronavirus, many older folks stayed away from their family for long periods of time due to health concerns. Months and months, and maybe a year or even 2 years, they stayed away from their kids or their grandkids just because of a concern for their health. Imagine that immense joy when they could finally see them again. We didn't do that. I'll be honest with you. We spent a lot of family time together, or all through that coronavirus. We never missed a church service. Well, I say we never missed. I probably missed a Sunday or two out working, but our church was every Sunday. We had church every Sunday, even during that virus, and we didn't really get too concerned about it. I'm not afraid to die. I can just tell you, I'm not afraid to die. In today's verse, Jesus was talking to his closest disciples right before he was betrayed by one of those disciples, Judas. He was arrested. He was beaten to the point that you couldn't hardly recognize him. He was beaten barely within an inch of his life, almost beaten to death. He was humiliated beyond imagination and killed on the cross. They almost beat him to death, but they kept him alive so they could kill him on the cross. Yet he encouraged his disciples, and he assured them that their sorrow would turn into joy. The sorrow they were facing when their leader, the man that they believed to be the Messiah, the Christ, had all this stuff happen to him. And he said that sorrow would turn into joy, and by golly it did, just as soon as Jesus walked out of that grave. It's exactly what happened. Jesus walked out of that grave, turned their sorrow into joy. Can I tell you, whatever your situation in life is today, Jesus can give you whatever joy that is permanent. He will give you a joy that is permanent. You know, in order to have joy, it sort of has to be fed. The joy we get fishing, we need to go fishing every now and then to feed that joy. The joy we get playing golf, or the joy that women get shopping, or the joy you get when you have your family around you, or the joy you get with your husband or your wife, has to be fed. In order to maintain that joy, to keep that joy, it has to be fed. The joy that Jesus gives us is not fed by the world, because when we're being fed by the world, that joy is only temporary. The joy we get from Jesus is from God Himself, and it's a joy that He feeds us every single day. Every single day. He continually feeds that joy and keeps us joyful no matter what situation we might be in. Ask in His name for that joy today, and He'll give it to you. Here's our tip for today. Fish a steep bank. A steep bank, we've talked about that. Bluff type areas, steeper type banks. Fish them more thoroughly than you would any other time of the year. Fish them more thoroughly in cold weather, because the fish are not going to move very far to get your bait. You're going to have to basically almost hit them in the face with it in order to get them to bite. So fish those steep banks and fish them more thoroughly. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. And remember, I sure do love you.